So, news came out either today or yesterday. I'm a little sketchy, and I had to make sure, before I did this video, 100%, I had to do this, I had to, check it out 100% that this was actually real. And, sure enough, it is real. Apparently, we are, yes, getting a Steven Universe Uncle Grandpa crossover. Now, the episode will be a special called, Say Uncle. Now, here's the thing. I don't hate Uncle Grandpa. I don't watch this show, it's just not for me. I did watch a couple episodes, and they are admittedly kind of funny, but the thing is that it's not for me. The show Uncle Grandpa is not exactly for me. I don't hate it, and I know that I actually have several friends who do enjoy the show. Me personally, I just that's amusing. Not something I would watch on a daily basis, mind you, but I do like this. I don't have any ill will against the show or anything. I'm just saying that, let me say this. This is an oddball crossover, and let me explain, because I know someone's going to say, yeah, this is weird because a show that has comedy and action in it shouldn't work with a crossover with a show that's pure comedy, and Steven Universe is known for doing really weird things too. Let me explain. I'm just a little perplexed because I think the more logical crossover for Uncle Grandpa, and I've always said this, is if you were going to do an Uncle Grandpa crossover, actually no, I've never said this, I take that back, but here's my thing. If you were going to do an Uncle Grandpa crossover, I think the more logical sense would either be regular show, because that show you can do anything, because as it says in the title, regular show, it's anything but. And Uncle Grandpa's a character you could totally see in regular show, so I feel like that would be the more logical explanation. And the other one I could see Uncle Grandpa crossing over with is Clarence. Again, it's another show I don't necessarily keep track with, but I actually have watched several episodes of Clarence, and it's actually pretty good. It's actually not that bad. Again, something like Uncle Grandpa where I don't keep up with it, but when it's on, I'll be like, let's see what it's got. So, also, speaking of Clarence, I love the pseudo-Halloween episode they had, where it had, at the end of the episode, the total reference to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, that was... what's his name? Where Belson was swinging the toy chainsaw around. I thought that was hilarious. It took me a second, wait, are they? Oh, yeah, they're totally referencing Texas Chainsaw Massacre! I thought I'd never see that in a kid's cartoon. Anyway, getting back to this crossover in question. Now, obviously, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys wanted me to talk more about this, because obviously the code name is well, not the code name. I have I've been given the title, the crossover guy, so might as well go into this. Again, I don't hate the idea. I just find it just feels a little weird. And they've also talked about the synopsis, that apparently the synopsis is that Steven's a long lost relative of Steven's comes to help him activate a power from his gem. That his mother, obviously his gem. So a lot of people are saying, well, is Uncle Grandpa related to Steven Universe? And to which I say, I hope that's not the case, because in the words of Megatron, this is bad comedy. Now, however, I am willing to give this a better explanation, because Uncle Grandpa has always said he's everyone's uncle and grandpa. So he's kind of like everyone's. So maybe that's what they mean. I'm hoping that's what they mean, because that would be kind of... I don't really like it even in fanfiction, let alone if you do it in TV shows, that, you're saying that this character is somehow related to the other character. Because that just feels kind of weird to me. But I digress. But again, Uncle Grandpa has always said that he's everyone's favorite. He's everyone's uncle and grandpa. So maybe that's what they're trying to say. That's what I'm betting. Or, here's the long shot, because Steven Universe has been known to do, just hit you in the gut with this kind of stuff, that maybe Steven has a relative, not Uncle Grandpa, but an actual relative, and Uncle Grandpa and the rest of the gang get caught up in all this wackiness. I would believe that too, but I'm thinking the first option's the more so, that Uncle Grandpa's not really Steven's uncle. He's just everyone's favorite uncle and grandpa. So maybe that's what they're trying to go for. Now, the other thing I'm kind of when I thought about this crossover, there are some funny things I would love to see, obviously Pizza Steve and Amethyst hanging out, and maybe Amethyst trying to eat Pizza Steve. That would be hilarious. Mr. Gus and and Garnet just kind of like, what the hell's going on? They're just sitting there like, oh, this is insane. And Pearl has completely just lost her mind because she has no idea what the hell's going on with because I think like Logic, and I know for a show with magical space gems from a distant planet is really hard to get with Logic, but Pearl's a very logical character, so she would look at Uncle Grandpa, Mr. Gus, and Pizza Steve, and Giant Realistic Tiger, I think that's her name, look at all of them and go, you make no sense! You make no sense! That's my best Pearl impression, I'm sorry for that. So I don't hate the idea of this crossover, I just feel like, it feels a little weird, but again, we don't even know, this is supposed to come out later this year, I believe, early next year, at the latest. I didn't actually see the date, so it's either... So I didn't see the date, but I think it's either later this year or early next year. And admittedly, this isn't the first time we've seen crossovers from not Steven Universe. We've seen from Cartoon Network. I mean, obviously, we had the Billy and Mandy and Codename Kids Next Door crossover. We also had the... What was another one? We kind of had the Scooby-Doo and Johnny Bravo one in the episode of Johnny Bravo, which was also pretty awesome. There's been a few others, but those two come to mind, first and foremost. So this isn't new. And again, I think I would have been a little more okay with this. Actually, no, I'm pretty okay with it, because again, we haven't seen it. So I don't want to give like full judgment on the idea of this crossover happening until we see the actual episode. And again, I don't hate Uncle Grandpa, I just feel like, you went right for Uncle Grandpa, huh? But yeah, we also have, I mean, I think it would have made like, if you wanted to go with something that matches the same kind of humor that Uncle Grandpa has, have him in the, I feel like I would have been a lot more okay with this, because again, I don't know what to think of Steven Universe, because Steven Universe, while it is a comedy, it does have humor in it, and it does have a lot of heart to it, there's also a lot of good action and excellent storytelling. And Uncle Grandpa is this very that's Steven Universe, which has this very coherent story going through it. Uncle Grandpa, on the other hand, is just one-and-done stories for the most part. So I feel like that's kind of like I want to see the episode is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to like say this is a bad idea until I see the episode itself. That's what I'm trying to say, is that I want to see the episode actually happen and then give my full thoughts. And I know, yeah, we got technically a Young Justice and Teen Titans Go crossover recently, which No. I saw the episode, guys. I went against my better judgment and watched it, and I went, man, that's not insulting at all. It's like, it was almost like someone in the comment section, because I watched a clip before the episode came out, and someone said, yeah, someone had a clip of the two characters of Aqualad talking to Robin, and someone said, and this really perfectly summed it up in the comments below, yeah, this ain't like rubbing salt in the wound for Young Justice fans at all, is it? Which, admittedly, was. Anyway. So, I feel like I've talked a little too much about this and I've gone on too many tangents, but final thoughts, I am curious about this crossover. I don't hate the idea. I don't hate the idea at all. Let me say that. I'm just like, I don't watch enough Uncle Grandpa, and Steven Universe is my pretty much my favorite show on Cartoon Network, so it's going to be odd to see a show that I just have an occasional interest for meet a show, crossover with a show that I am completely all for. So it's gonna feel a little weird, but I'm gonna wait and give my full thoughts until the actual episode comes out. So you guys tell me, what do you guys think of the upcoming Steven Universe Uncle Grandpa crossover? And do you think Uncle Grandpa should have crossed over with like Clarence or regular show? Because I feel like that would have been the more logical point, the logical step. And I know a lot of people still want like Adventure Time to do crossovers. Sadly, however, Pendleton Ward is like Toho. They won't let he won't let his property cross over with anything else. So, and respectably, but then again, Pendleton Ward did step down as showrunner in the previous season. So I guess one of the things is like don't let him cross over with anything. But yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing Adventure Time crossover with anything for like ever. I'd be surprised if we did. But yeah, but I'm rambling. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. But you guys tell me, what do you guys think of this news that's come out? And what would you guys like to see Steven Universe crossover with in terms of Cartoon Network shows? Actually, now that I think about it, you know what would have been a lot cooler now that it's coming back? Steven Universe and Powerpuff Girls. It's coming back next year, so I'd have been totally like, maybe, yeah, let's get on the board for that. Let's get a Steven Universe Powerpuff Girls crossover going. I want to see that. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off track. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm out.